Welcome to Tutorial 5, Searches and Lists in Keynema Production Design. Let's explore how to use the Searches screen to get the most out of your project data. To access this phase, we open our project and go to the Searches tab. The Searches and Lists tool lets us organize information based on our specific needs. With this function, we can search for scenes, characters, locations, or any other concept from the outlist or the breakdown. We can filter by specific data, like which characters appear in which sequences, check for particular needs, and generate editable lists in clear, organized formats. This is also perfect for exporting location lists or sending clear requests to suppliers. Let's take a look at the interface. There are two different modes for working in this screen. The first one, if we hover here, is the node mode. This mode builds searches where each column filters the one to its right, which allows us to refine results step by step. So if we already have an outlist and a breakdown with some data, even just the basics, we can use Boolean logic to ask questions. For example, we could ask, in which sequences do characters appear and what props do they carry? If we run that query, we'll see, in sequence 1, Little Red Riding Hood has her basket. In sequence 8, she has it again. And in sequence 16, the huntsman has his tools. If we want to start a new search, we click the magnifying glass icon again. We can remove the previous nodes and build more complex queries, like what days are we shooting which sets and what construction elements will be needed. Once again, the results appear in columns, the shooting date, the sets scheduled, and the construction items for each. Each column from left to right filters the one that follows. The toggle labeled Only Coincidences All Results lets us hide fields with no data, so we don't end up with empty rows in the export. As you can see, every search can be exported as a spreadsheet, ready to become a list or be shared with your team. But remember, there's a second way to search, called grid mode. In this case, only the first column matters. The rest are flat data results, not filters. Let's say we select sequences as the first column. We can now build a table asking what items are needed for construction, set decoration. When we run the search, the first column sequences controls the rest. Each row corresponds to a sequence, and everything else simply lists the relevant items. So unlike node mode, these results don't cascade. They are static responses attached to the main column. For example, we now see our 16 sequences, along with all elements tagged under construction, decoration, or props. But we could do the same thing by using shooting day as our first column. Let's ask what elements we'll need for paint, graphics, vehicles. Once again, the system responds with clear columns. This way, we can always export the results, find exactly what we need, and stay one step ahead in organizing our work. And that's all for the searches screen. Quick recap. There are two ways to build a search. Step by step using node filters or using grid mode for broader overviews. We can combine multiple criteria in one search. Results appear as a clear, editable table. There are options to show only matches or all entries. This feature simplifies planning by generating customized lists. All results can be shared within Keynema or exported to a spreadsheet for use outside the app. What's next? In the next video, we'll dive into the reports phase, where you can upload images and sketches grouped by location or set, a powerful way to manage references, concept art, and site visit requirements. See you in the next video.